not a game, it's a rich thing.
I'm good. How are you? Good. Very good. the game yesterday.
Yesterday.
Uh-oh, yeah, we did. I'm remembering off of the game, and I'm like, half of us was not in the game.
What game?
The name game. Yeah. Yeah, we was doing the name game.
So, your name is?
Crystal.
Oh, yeah, Crystal. There's two Crystal.
Kristen.
Kristen and Crystal.
Crystal, yeah.
Crystal. And you are?
Feli.
Feli. Yeah, Feli. How you spell it?
F-E-L-I-E.
Okay.
F-E-L-I-E.
Feli. Kristen, Jamal. This one is. Uh-oh. Wait, you skipped her. What? Not dead. Oh, I should remember you, not dead.
Crystal. Feli. Benita.
Are you gonna confuse everybody?
I know.
Delia. What did she say? I didn't hear. What did you say your name was?
Sandra.
Sandra. Okay, Sandra.
What? Katrina.
Sandra.
Okay. But I don't know which one is. And that's Candace, right?
Yeah, that's Candace. That's Angela and Trina. No, that's Trina. Angela, where's Angela? Angela is somewhere. Oh, Angela is staying. No, I don't know. Oh yeah, we can't even get out the car yet.
12?
13.
2?
7.
7?
Yeah, 7.
7 you said? Let me see. So we have 2 7.
There's a spot. He said they take care. Well, they take care of them.
Come here.
And then they go pick him up in the morning.
But I mean, what do they give them once they get up here?
Oh.
Okay. This one's munching down. Back down?
Yes.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
You sure?
You sure? You sure?
Oh, yeah. I'm like, who's... yeah, why? Why y'all say that? No one's ever walked back down?
Probably
No,
not.
they do it.
Oh, really?
It's just
Longer. Way.
I don't think it's that. I think I can do it. Oh. Let me put my money up so it don't fall out. You know, I realized I did not learn their money because I'm like, what are you giving me?
Right.
What is this? What is he giving me back?
So again, 1,000 is a 10.
Right.
So.
So I got that because I did the exchange.
Right.
But I'm like, what's this? 100 is $1? Yeah,
Yes.
that sounds right.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm doing the horse down.
oh really?
Oh yeah,
Good
yeah.
luck with that. We'll see you.
Really? Ciao.
I'm gonna ride the horse down.
We were coming. I can't remember which one, but on one of my Haiti trips, we saw this Chinese couple struggle.
Down?
No, they were going up.
Oh, I wouldn't go up. Going down to me would seem to be easier.
It's like halfway through, we were riding the horses. I'm like, damn. They chose to walk up.
Ooh.
We're like, yeah, the horses are here for a
For a
reason.
reason.
Ooh, look at this, guys.
I imagine building it
Yeah, by hand,
by hand.
before technology.
Before the road.
And there was no road.
Right, before the road.
Oh.
My name is Gabal Dolcine. Let me tell you, welcome to the Citadel. Welcome to the King's Henry Christophe's kingdom, and welcome to the biggest fort of all the northern hemisphere. Let's come to.
Hey, it's upside down. Get it right. Get it right.
Thank you. Yeah. Welcome to the biggest cannons museum in the world, according to the expert of the UNESCO. But before going any further, let me tell you that before Christopher Columbus settled here on December the 5th, 1492, there were 100,000 people who live on all the island. There were the Taínos. 2 years only after the coming of the Spanish, only a half of that population survived.
Wow.
Because they were enslaved by the Spanish, and also because of diseases brought by the Europeans. Just after 8 years, they could count only 15,000 of them.
Wow.
It was more than a genocide. That's why in 1503, the Spanish found themselves in the obligation to send for black people from Africa to take over, because those guys were stronger than the Taínos. That's why the first black people arrived here from Senegal in 1503. The Spanish spent 205 years on all the island. It was in 1697, thanks to a treaty between the French and the Spanish, the island was divided into two parts to give birth to the Dominican Republic, led by the Spanish, while the east part was led by the French on the name of Saint-Domingue. The French also spent 107 years enslaving those people. It was on January the 1st, 1804, that Haiti took its independence from the French to become the first black. Yeah, to become the first black people in the world. It was also the only one successful slaves revolt. I mean, the United States got their independence in 1776, but there was still slavery in the States until 1865. It is to say that we were free before the United States, and that's why the French wanted to come back from time to time because that colony was the wealthiest one. In comparison, while all the British colonies together provided to the British 6 million pounds, from that colony only, the French got 11 million pounds. And also sugarcane, which values what petroleum is for this moment. 3/4 of all sugarcane from all the the French colonies were from here. That's why they wanted to come back from time to time. To protect our independence, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, who was our first president, on April the 9th, 1804, took a decree in asking to the generals to build forts on the top of the mountains in order to protect the country against the eventual attempt of the French. That and Christophe was already a general here, started building that citadel in 1805 by the sides of other 9 forts and 14 castles only in the northern part of the country. And the builder of the citadel, Henry Christophe, wasn't born in Haiti. He was born in Grenada Island from a slave's owner and a black lady who worked for that slave's owner. Because of his origin, his father wasn't really proud of him. He just gave him to a British captain who entered Cap-Haiti. At that time, Henry Christophe, the builder of the citadel, was only 8 years old. At 11 years old, he started working in Cap-Haiti as a baker in a bakery which named Boulangerie de LiQWYD. When Henry Christophe was 17 years old, he took part among the 500 black volunteers who went to Savannah, Georgia to help that part of the United States got its independence. And during the independence war, Henry Christophe was already a general. But imagine that 2 years after the independence, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, who was the first president of the country, was murdered by the Haitian leaders, the mulattoes. Because after the French departure, all those people who were, son or daughter of white people or the French and a black lady, wanted to take all the lands left by the Europeans for themselves and placing the former slaves on those lands to work for them. Dessalines said no to that kind of injustice. What he did, he asked for the verification of the title of those lands. That's why the mulattoes murdered the first president of the country after 2 years. After 2 years of our independence. And according to the constitution at that time, the most ancient officer supposed to take over. Normally, Henry Christophe supposed to replace Jean-Jacques Dessalines in case of death, but once more victims of his color and his origin, they didn't want Henry Christophe to become president after Dessalines. What they did, they gave birth to a new constitution. That constitution would accept Henry Christophe as a president, but Henry Christophe would only have the power of a soldier. What he did, he came back in the northern part of the country where he was already a general, and he proclaimed himself president. After 4 years of presidency, Henry Christophe proclaimed himself king until his death at Sanssouci Palace. From his legacy, now we have this citadel, which is the biggest fort of the northern hemisphere, and also the most famous cannon museum in the world, according to the expert of the UNESCO. Okay. If you don't have any questions, so feel free to ask. If you don't have any question, we're gonna go inside of the citadel. But this was the military hospital.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, military hospital.
But so they would defend the country so far in?
No, that's why after the independence, we can count 31 forts. They are the coastal forts, which were built by the Europeans, and those who are post-independence, which were built on the top of the mountains. Okay. And after the independence, because the Europeans left the country, the coastal forts were modified by the black people or the new country, so that they can use them in case of they would be back. And they built all of them because the range of those mortars are only 2 kilometers. They couldn't defend all the country. They build them like bastions of resistance in case of war. And this citadel, for example, they could take 2,000 to 5,000 people to feed them, preserve them for a certain period of time. They were like bastions of resistance. Yeah, because the range of the walls must be short and thick enough so that they can place the mortars behind them to shoot them like this to reach 2 kilometers. That's why in applying this style, you're gonna see inside of the citadel some of the walls which are more than 5 meters deep. Imagine that I have one in
That's what they were talking about.
but
And there's another over there.
it was for a
Can't
wall.
really see it.
And the second school was Mutalum as well. What they did, they filled these bigger
You can't even
cannonballs with
see.
smaller cannonballs and powder, place them in the mortar to have them exploding. Like boom. And option for mutual protection. If this part is attacked, that one can. Nope.
Wow, it's cold. That's so awesome.
You from here you can see the you can see the ventilation shaft to attract light and also in case of fire so that they can extinguish it. But this is at the lower level of the citadel. There are stairs which lead us lower. But as I said it to you, it is a testimony of it is built with the wax, on the wax.
Oh, I see.
Well, they shape them so that they can place the walls.
Yeah.
Not only here, but a lot of the parts of the citadel. It's working like this, so that they can. It is mixed with the top of the mountains.
Yeah.
That's why during the earthquake, it couldn't shake. It could resist against the earthquake, and also because of the thickness of the walls. Yeah. There was an accident happening inside of the citadel on August the 23rd, 1818. The interior gunpowder magazine blew up with about 100 soldiers, and specifically with the governor of the kingdom, who was the king's brother-in-law. His name was LiQWYD. The explosion was so powerful that they could only identify one of the governor's legs. It was the left one, next to the boots that he wore, and symbolically they buried it here. It is to say that it is a so big tomb for just a left leg. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this was the.
So he said this was where they basically cooked their food. This is their stove.
Well, we're gonna have a traditional picture.
Is that another?
Oh my God. Oh, wait. Not that. Below. Where you at?
Oh, this is nice. On the way coming up, they said that there was a town named Don Don. Where is that? Can you see? Okay. Yeah.
It's not far.
Yeah.
They say about that town.
He didn't say anything about it, but I wanted to ask when I got up here. Because I really couldn't see it.
And when Christopher Columbus settled here on December the 5th, 1492, it was in Mont Saint Nicolas. Mont Saint Nicolas is in the northwest. Over there, he didn't meet anyone. It was when he came here with the three ships, La Penta, Nanina, and La Santa Maria, in Akil Bay. He first met the Taínos. He negotiated with the chief who was Guacanagaric and trading pieces of gold for Miwar to look for their faces.
Which is like,
And it was right here in Akil Bay. And the ship passed by Cap-Haiti and they went to Bodmer de Limonade. And one of them sunk over there in Bodmer de Limonade.
Oh, no.
Santa Maria sunk in Bodmer de Limonade, and it was with the wreckage of Santa Maria that the Spanish built the first European constructions of the Americas, which was a small fort on the name of Fort de la Natividad, because it was on the night of Christmas 1492. They baptized it after Christ because they were...
That would be a nice picture right there.
That's the church boys right there.
Okay. They both singing. Let's go to the light. To the light.
Mo Breezy.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Oh, there it is. There's the other part.
Because the French, Napoleon Bonaparte sent his what I know on February the 4th of 1803 to establish slavery with 32,000 soldiers. And
I'm trying to see what's the symbol on it.
And we took them from them to use them against them. Okay.
Yeah. This way.
And you can see the ones in the iron. These ones are irons. They are
Oh, is this the same one? No, it's a different. It's a different. What was that one? I don't even know, but this one has the 3 on it. So R3.
Even the inscriptions are written
The Spanish one? Okay. What's the R for? Oh, I'm so sorry. Here, let me do this one. Oh, I like this now.
Symbol of royalty in the crown right here. And also you can see the Sun King, Louis XIV, and with a kid face. It's because Louis XIV became king only at 5 years old. It is to say that a kid can be king too. And there they had neck, pluribus emperor, which means I am equal to myself, which was a selfish slogan from Louis XIV. And there they had ratio ultima regnum, which means the last argument of the king. When the king said something, that's it. And each of them had a French name. Le défenseur, the defender. This one is le superbe, the superbe, and la superbe over there. The male, the female.
The male, the female.
Yeah, the female. Wow. Le superbe and la superbe. Yeah. I realize also the male is bigger than the female.
they
Same
came
symbol.
from France, but Haitians covered up the French things. Is that what it is?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
They.
Covered up the
Oh, you
the
can
crest
see.
or whatever.
You can see it.
Gotcha. And then the statement of like, even the kid can get killed.
No,
The kid was 5. He became king at a young age. Oh, this one is bigger. Like, they did more to this one. This one is a little different. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, I wish that step was higher. Oops, sorry. So sorry. If I could jump up here. I can't jump up there. Oh yeah, we're paying, sorry. Yay, let's go.
Thank you so much. It's very educational.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I'm gonna take you to where the king and Christophe committed suicide. Don't ask me why.
that is what I'm looking for.
I'm gonna tell you at
The waiters, the horses. I'm saying if
Do you know what kind of birds are those? I know they're kind of swallows, but do you know what
if
Yeah,
it's
they
2
have-
of them,
most
like
of them,
1,000 for them to
dogs
split it.
too. They have you on there.
Oh, okay. I'll be fine.
Like, that's 10 in American.
Siding?